What are you saying, people? It's another episode of this social worker and the mentor.
Yes.
Rob,
How's it going, man? You right?
you know it's been a minute. You know,
Yeah, I know.
I actually feel like I'm in the studio for time.
I've been busy, bruv.
Yeah, I know.
Right now, bruv. Do you know what it is? I like this time of the year. It's nearly Christmas, and normally I work right up until like Christmas Eve. But see this year, with some of our previous episodes talking about well-being and
Yeah.
so I'm gonna break up early, man. I'm gonna have a bit of me time. So yeah, this is like the last supper, the last couple of weeks, making sure look after the young people and
100%,
the families and that. But no, it's all good, man. But yeah, we're back and getting ready for 2023.
Yeah, guys, it's gonna be
A lot of
absolutely
things.
massive and big.
Yeah, a lot of things happening, man.
And
So,
bro, before we go deep in, guys, you know where we are.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok.
That's it.
We are also on Spotify.
Yep.
We're also on Twitter.
Tell them.
And bruv, our first event coming soon, bruv.
Yeah. I know. Was it South Bank University?
Yeah, we got our first event coming soon,
So that's good, man. And that's just many of the opportunities that we got coming our way. So do you know, I'm looking forward to next year. I really am.
I really am.
It's like so like we've been doing this for about maybe I think it's 3.5 months now, maybe 4 months.
Yeah, it's gone quick, innit?
So and it's been enjoyable. It's been a learning curve. It's been, the feedback has been absolutely overwhelming and phenomenal. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, without being cocky, I did expect it. But I expected it because I knew there is there's a gap in the market, and also there's a necessity
100
to be a voice for social workers, people in education, and sometimes we're not happy in our job role. Sometimes we need to vent. Sometimes we have things on our mind, and when you hear someone thinking what you're saying, you're thinking, right, I'm a social worker, right? That guy Nana, he's thinking exactly what I want to say, but I don't wanna say. So it's nice, brother.
No, brother, it's nice,
a necessity.
And
do you know what I mean?
Like doing this podcast, innit, I think for me, it's also helping me in terms of like my own professional development. As well. But you're right. I mean, the feedback that we've been getting, but we've had teachers reach out to us. I've had social work students, social workers, managers, other professionals. And you're right. There's a gap. And I think we're being the voice because people actually are like, you know what? Yeah. Like what Nana's saying, I'm feeling it, but I'm glad there's someone who's out there who's saying
100%.
it. Now, what Robert, like even Robert, with our last episode on classroom behaviour, like what we did, there was bare people who were just messaging and saying, nah, you know what, Rob, all this sort of thing. So guys, just thank you so much, like
nice, man,
for the support. Yeah.
So I appreciate it, man. But what they don't know, there's big things that go on next year.
Big things.
Man. Just look out, man. So but what you saying though?
Rob, I'll be real with you. The social work profession, bruv, we're in the red right now, bruv. Bruv, we are in the red.
The red.
And the big question is social work done out here?
Yeah, do you know, it's a good question. And I was actually having a conversation with a work colleague about like job roles. And it's like okay, it's like if you go to the gym. Yeah, if you go to a gym and let's say that you're overweight now, you got to go to the gym. Yeah, it's going to take hard work. But the question is, are you prepared for the hard work? But then also as well about social work as well. We have a lot of not just social work here, but I suppose any job you do, you can be very overzealous and very what's the word I'm looking for now? Overzealous to the point where it's like, I can't wait to do social work. But it's almost like as well, where I feel sorry for some students sometimes, and even though new to job, I just think, do you actually know what you're in for, Because I don't think you do, Bro, listen, brother, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I work with a lot of social workers on a week-to-week daily basis, and they're struggling.
Bro, tell the people, the conversation we had,
Yeah, they're struggling,
I think you need to tell the people that conversation we had. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so I done a home visit not too long ago, and with a social worker. Lovely. She's very experienced. She's been doing the profession for about 10, 12 years now. So she's I went to about 15 years,
experience.
Yeah, so she's very experienced. So she said, okay, you come with me on a home visit because I think I'm going to need your assistance. I goes, no, you'll be fine. She goes, no. So I went with her and the family was quite rude, arrogant, quite judgmental. And I had to step in. I said, like, I don't mean to be rude, right? Yeah, listen, right? We could do this 2 ways. We could do this the very professional way, right? Yeah, where the social worker can get, you know, a little bit militant on you in the most professional way, right? And then I'm her backup, yeah. And then you don't want me to talk because I'll just give you the real. Yeah. Or, right, yeah, what we can do, we could be mature adults, right, yeah, and we can be a team and work together to help your family and what you're going through with your son. That's what we could do. Which one are you going to choose? And I had to drop it like it's hot because, brother, it's like, I think what people forget is that social workers are human beings. You know,
100%, bro.
They cry like you cry. They bleed like you bleed. They have a bad day like how you have a bad day.
Yeah.
And they're struggling. So to cut the story short, on this home visit now, I got in my car. The woman started crying. This is the social worker. I'm like, oh man. I go, don't cry, because you're gonna make me cry. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm just trying to make her. I'm not gonna cry, but I wanted to make her feel better. But I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. It didn't sit well with me. No, seriously, it made me feel really bad. And I just thought, wow. And she just said, she goes, Robert, I'm struggling. She said, I'm struggling. And she just said to me that, you know, she said, the workload is too much. She said the caseload is too much.
Yeah.
And it was her son's 13th birthday.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. And she said, why am I thinking about my caseload and I've got to prepare my son's 13th birthday? So that just shows you the level of priorities and the stress that she's going through and that probably many social workers are going through.
Bruv, let me tell you right now, at this point right now, I'm very concerned for all my social work colleagues across the UK. Yeah. And bruv, I just want to give you some stats in it for people who need to listen to this. Yeah.
Give them the stats.
Social workers every single year work £600 million worth of unpaid hours.
Wait.
Bruv, 600 million bags, bruv.
What?
Yeah. There was no, I ain't capping with this thing, yeah. Social workers work £600 million, with unpaid hours. Social workers do 10 hours every single day extra, which equates to like 480 hours in a year, bruv. Yeah, that was research that was done.
Yeah.
And bruv, we're getting clapped out here. All services, frontline child protection, referral and assessment, look after children, all services across the country, bruv, are getting clapped left, right, and center. To the point, bruv, that remember, I think I showed like stats and said how, you know, I think 5,000 social workers last year to the beginning of this year had left the profession. Yeah. Bruv, 67% of social workers in the next 18 months are leaving. Well, and bruv, they ain't gonna re-register.
Right. Now, we had this conversation about teachers, and it's very similar to like the teachers. Yeah. So a teacher would start today. What's today's date? Well, anyway, today. Yeah. Right, yeah. And then this time next year, they've gone.
They're out.
They're out, right, yeah? So this is the thing now, right, yeah? Why? Right? Because for me, it's like, are the local authorities or specific workplaces, are they being set up to fail? Do you know what it is, bro? Like, I'll tell you the truth here. So, I mean, because I can always speak about caseloads, because there's cases are high across, but one of the things, bruv, that a lot of social workers are saying is the cuts in resources, and obviously I know local authorities have to cut back anyway. Yeah. But I'm saying, if you look at like the government, like there's cuts everywhere. Yeah. And bruv, social workers don't feel effective. They feel ineffective, bruv. A lot of social workers feel... But you are to a degree.
Yeah. But yeah, because bruv, you do. A lot of social feel ineffective. They feel that, you know what, because like services are getting cut, what I want to do for a family, I can't do. Yeah. And then what happens is obviously families feel let down. But you as a social worker, like imagine like you're going to go somewhere, you want to try and get approval for some funding and like you can't. And the family like have hope. Like social could be like, you know what, I'm going to go and see if I can get this funding for you. And you get there and you can't. Or you've been referred to a service and you're on the waiting list. Yeah. Bruv, social workers feel ineffective. And like I said, many are leaving. And what's happening now is that the families are left unallocated. They're being put on the back burner. So, bro, things are missed. Yeah. And I think, like, bro, it's all over, bro. All over the country, bro.
Do you know, right? Yeah. So, I think it's good to have these conversations because even as you know, sometimes I give social workers a hard time, even though I work with social workers, right?
You do, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
But,
you give us a hard time when you spoke about performance.
Yeah,
bro.
but
some social workers, they were happy with you. You know, they said to me, "Nah, you know what? You got a bad at Robert. You know,
it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
right. But what it is, it's because I know, right? Yeah. But I tell you what it is as well, though, right? Yeah. How much is it that maybe the individual just can't handle, and how much of it is, you know, you've got to do more and think outside the box? Because listen, let's just keep it real, right? Yeah. In today's society that we're in right now, right? Yeah. You've got to very much you've got to think outside the box, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Right. Yeah. You've got to use your initiative and think, okay, do you know what are the different strategies or different ways I can help this young person or this family? So, example, I work with a lot of, street pupils or street children, right? Yeah. You know, like Mandem, yeah. Or
no, bro, that is a term, street children.
Yeah, right. Or Mandem, or those whose vocab is not so good, or those who are less educated, or those who can't talk a specific jargon, right? Yeah, all right. So it's important that, you know, as a professional, right? Yeah, and this is me not having a go, but this is me just I'm asking you, how much does an individual or as a social worker, how much do they need to think outside the box? Because if I'm working with a young person now, okay, all right, boom, I've got Timmy now, right? Yeah. Timmy don't talk too much good jargon, right? Yeah, he doesn't really know how to conduct himself, right? Yeah, Timmy's got an interview for a part-time job in Tesco's, right? Yeah, and he's saying to me, "Yeah, fam." What do I say to the fam? Well, no, you're not gonna say "yeah, fam," and you're not gonna say "yeah, fam" to the fam.
Yeah,
right, yeah. But I know I'm gonna think of different strategies or different guidelines into helping Timmy prepare and to talk properly. Do you know what I mean? And maybe as well, he's not really respecting his mum how he should be respecting his mum. So I'll come up with different strategies or formats to help Timmy. So what I'm asking you is, right, yeah, how much of it is the individual? Because I think that's another thing as well about social workers or social care is that, remember, you're all from different backgrounds and different upbringings and culturally as well. Do you know what I mean? Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. A white Caucasian man or woman might work with an African family, an African or black African minority social worker might work with a Bengali family. Now, culturally, right? Yeah. You know, we're from different backgrounds, and culturally, we may not understand that culture or that family's culture to a certain degree. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So how much does that play in terms of the preparation? Because I think, brother, it's hard because, as I said before, it's
no, what you're saying, brother, is right. As a social worker, you have to think outside the box. But at the same time, brother, I think social workers try and think outside the box to work with families. But you can't do that if you're not equipped to. And I don't mean equipped because you haven't got the skills, but if you haven't got the resources available to you, how are you going to do it?
Do you know, I think you need to go a bit more in depth in terms of resources. Well, because I'm going to counteract that in a minute.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah? Well, I know. So what I'll say to you, in terms of resources, so when I mentioned earlier about the fact that things are getting cut, so services are getting cut, it means that as social workers, in terms of when you got cases, where can you maneuver with those cases? So if, say, for example, I don't know, let's say, for example, there's a mentoring service in your local authority and you know that I'm working with a young person who'd really benefit from that, but that resource gets cut from the local authority because local authority has to make cuts because it comes from central government. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So that's why, when there was a survey done in terms of social, how they're feeling, many just felt, well, community services are being cut, so it means that I can't refer this family or this young person to this service, so I can't be effective or be as I want to be because actually that's not available for that family. That's my point. So I think when you work in local authority, if things are getting cut, your doors or your roads start to dwindle.
All right, so
so
once again, this is what I'm asking you, because all right.
Is it your role?
Yeah. I'll tell you what it is, right?
Go on.
I'll tell you what it is, right? Because to a degree, after a while, it's not about whether you're a social worker or a teacher or whatever, whatnot. It's about preparing as a professional, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's keep it real. There's cuts
everywhere.
Yeah, right? It doesn't matter what industry you're in, right? Yeah. But you are right, because working with vulnerable families, you know, like you work with, vulnerable families and vulnerable young people, right? And let's keep it real. A lot of them right now, there's families where mum's working 2 cleaner jobs, or she's working a cleaner job and working part-time in Asda, right, yeah? And she's got 3 children, and she could just about pay for the month or survive for the month, right, yeah?
Yeah.
So for social workers, is there like a list where you guys like, okay, do you know, I've got this list of charities who might be able to like, you know, help mum.
Well, I'm going to speak for me because the borough that I worked in before, one thing I did as a social worker is that, you know, because I was in the borough I worked for before, I was there for a long time. So what I did is, bruv, I made a lot of connections with charities.
Very important.
I networked. I spoke to a lot of professionals and people. So they knew, I was like, okay, look, if I need to make a referral, it's Nana from this LA. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So I made a lot of connections. I spoke to professionals outside of statutory. So when I mean statutory, local authority, yeah. So I built connections. So if I knew where the resources were, if that made sense. If I wanted things to be sped up, I'll do it. But that's just me, innit?
Yeah.
So I made that list. I would always share it out with my colleagues. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So that's how I did, because you're right. You got to think on your feet. And as a social worker, yes, you're working for the family, but you got a network as well.
Do you know? I was just about to say that.
Yeah, you got a network. Yeah. So if there's funding, like for me, if there was funding cuts or there was cuts, like say for example, if I went to my manager and I wanted to get approval for a family, and my manager said no to me, only because there's budget cuts, because as a team manager you have to manage your budget. Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. You know what? I can go to this charity, ABC, and I can network. Oh, like James. Oh, from here, look, I've got this family. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but guess what? Maybe that's one of the issues, is that individuals are not networking. No, this is me, and the thing is, as I said before, this is me just keeping it real now, right? Yeah, because I think sometimes, all right, you've got education and you've got social care, similar but massively 2 different roles, right? Yeah, I do think social worker is much more, it's much more of a responsible role and harder to a degree as well, right? Yeah, but as I said before, this is about maintaining as a professional. And it is hard, but then I just think to myself, like, we've got to, like, at times think outside the box, because as I said before, you got a network nowadays. So example, right? Yeah, you know, there are certain local authorities, they have youth panels, right? Yeah. Now you got to remember, bruv, sometimes these local authorities, they're asking you, we want 150 young people to be part of this program. Now these young people are not getting paid.
Yeah, no,
they're not getting paid, bruv.
Yeah.
So this is a hustle now. So what I'm trying to say to you is, like, I in turn have to think, how am I going to get 150 young people to be part of a program and I'm not paying them, right? So this is where it comes like into like people skills, the hustle. I don't like.
No, bro. Rob. And what you're saying.
You see where I'm coming from, though, right? Yeah.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But probably within our roles here, you've got a bit more flexibility where social workers don't. Because never forget, that the paperwork and everything, as social workers, you might not have time to think about all them things, you know. And bro, that's another reason why social workers are going.
Brother, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Yeah, right. That's what's put me off. I'm gonna be honest with you, because bruv,
I know, because people, how many times I've asked him since episode 1.
Yeah, because listen,
I've said to him, just go and qualify. You don't need to go and do what I've done.
Yeah, no.
But that's why social workers are leaving, bruv. That's why they're leaving, bruv.
Because listen, right? Someone said to me last week, right? A social worker that left, right? Yeah. She said, Robert, I don't go to college no more. I'm not at university. She said, I spend more time writing reports than I do seeing the young people and the families.
Yeah.
That's a concern.
Yeah, bruv. Me as a team manager, bruv, do you know how much things I got to sign off on a daily basis, bruv?
Yeah.
I got to sign off, bruv. I got so many emails that open that I got to read through. Nana, can you approve this? Can you sign this off? Can you sign this off? And it's like, raw. Like, you know, like, I'm one person. This is even me being a manager.
Yeah.
I'm one person. But bruv, it's like, I've got to one social worker, she's leaving the role, She goes, Nana, you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. And bruv, she's only been in the job for 2 years, bruv. And she said, Nana, you know what? I'm done out here.
Yes.
She said, Nana, I'm finished. She qualified in her newly qualified. She goes, Nana, nah, I've had enough. She goes, nah, it's too much.
So I guess what I need to ask you, right, yeah? Let's sort of like change it around, okay, yeah? For me, social work, it is a necessity. It's a very important role. How do we change the narrative? So what changes need to happen in local authority?
Do you want me to be real with you?
No, like, what needs to change? And what I mean by that, what needs to change in making things manageable and for more people to stay in that line of work?
I'm going to be real with you.
What needs to change?
And I said it already. one thing about social workers, across all local authorities who are dealing with it, I'm gonna go beyond pay because social workers are I can tell you what it is, bruv. Social workers feel underpaid. We feel undervalued as well. Underpaid into the job role we do. And undervalued as a social profession as a whole.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, bruv.
Yeah.
And remember, we're here to keep it real. All right. So, I'm quite. What's the word I'm looking for? I like to know certain things, right? So I'm like, right, let me find out how much certain
social workers get paid.
Social workers get, and obviously, there's agency, there's permanent, and obviously different boroughs pay different money. I'm like, brother, what?
Bruv?
Nah, later.
Listen,
not me,
bruv,
boy.
let me tell you something, bruv. No
like,
cap.
later. I'm like, me?
Bruv.
Are you mad?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you.
No.
You know what, when I first qualified, so normally now social workers, when you first qualify, you might get 33k or so like that. Bruv, I was on 29k, bruv. Yeah. And then, the biggest thing is, bruv, when I started progressing up the chain, yeah. Then I'm seeing roles, I'm like, rah. So wait, you're getting more than me.
Bro.
And bruv, I'm seeing other people getting more than me, yeah?
Bro.
And bruv, they're in a less stressful job, bruv.
Brother, I sat at home, right, and I thought about you one time, right?
Yeah. You know when you called me, you told me, I was like, nah.
Yeah, right? And then I sat down, I thought, let me get this straight. They want me to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, yeah? Right? Turn on my laptop, yeah? Start type up what happened to Timmy yesterday, right, yeah? Then what happened to Veronica, right? Then they want me to do 5 home visits, right, yeah?
Then you got to go to a conference.
Write
a court report.
No, hang on. Then put £30 petrol to go to do a late outreach, right, yeah?
Yeah.
Get home at 8 o'clock, right, yeah? Right?
Do your court report.
Do my court report.
Have supervision.
Right? Then maybe I might watch Match of the Day for half an hour, right, yeah? Right? Or some EastEnders, whatever, whatnot.
Then go sleep. Get up in the morning.
And do it again.
Yeah.
Nah, son, not me, boy. No. The point I'm trying to make, right, yeah?
Bro, we don't get paid good money, though.
And can I be honest with you, brother? I worry about that. Do you know why I worry about that? Because as I said before, the social worker role is a necessity. Let me repeat that again. It is a necessity.
But bruv, the amount of P's we get, it's a slap in the face, bro. So how can it's cap. Even Jay.
Yeah.
Jay.
Yeah.
Jay, bro.
Totally agree.
It's cap. Yeah, but the pay's slap.
But why? Yeah, but why? But why?
Bro, why do you think?
I don't know. I'm asking you why.
Bruv, you know what, yeah? You're going to laugh, yeah? Man, you're going to laugh, yeah?
Because
you know when I first qualified, yeah? I thought the money I was getting was nice. Yeah? It was nice. It's only now, yeah? Only now that, I'm a bit more seasoned. I was like, you know what now? I got taken for... you might have taken a piss. And, bruv, the biggest thing, yeah? When you try and negotiate as well, heads are like, no. Yeah. Imagine you're a permanent social worker, yeah? And you're trying to negotiate. Bruv, it's peak. It's peak. So, bruv, it's not just about, caseloads, undervalued, everything, but, bruv, pay, the paperwork. And, bruv, social workers, they've had enough, bruv.
Because I'm going to be honest with you, bruv. I'm going to be honest with you. One thing I can really vouch for social workers, right, yeah? They are extremely well-educated professionals in that sector of work, right? To do what they do, to study what they study, right, yeah? And to go through what they got through. Bruv, listen...
Bruv, I keep saying to you, people have asked me and said to me, Nana, yeah, how have you stayed in child protection nearly a decade? Bear in mind, bruv, man qualified at 21, you know. Yeah, 21 years old. Man's 30 out here. 31 next year. 10 years, bruv.
Because there's passion, right, yeah, and there's loving your job role. But guess what? After a while, that goes, you know, bruv. Because, bruv, listen, I don't know about you, right, yeah, listen, yeah. That Black Lives Matter, it done something to me.
No,
right, yeah. And I said, right, hang on a minute. Certain man are getting paid double or quadruple, but I'm doing 3 people's job later. Not me, boy. And then I had to sit down with me. I had to sit down with me on my couch, in my living room, in the mirror, and think, nah, Robert, listen, you're doing this all wrong now. Right, yeah? You're doing this all wrong.
But, bruv, that's
right,
how social workers feel.
Right, yeah, you're doing this all wrong. So, you know what? I had to listen, let me tell you something, right, yeah? If you don't value you, who's going to value you?
Exactly.
And you can't wait for your job, bro.
But bruv, listen, that's how social workers feel, bruv. Social workers feel raw. What you said about that social worker and her children, bruv. the job roles affecting social workers' relationships, personal life. Bruv, people don't know. I'm telling you what social workers are going through. Bruv, we are in the red right now. I'm telling you straight.
So is it pay?
Bruv,
Is it...
do the list.
So is it pay?
Yes.
The caseloads?
Yes. The paperwork.
Safeguarding?
Yes.
No, staff safeguarding.
Staff safeguarding. The paperwork.
And another thing as well.
Bro, we just don't feel valued. Bro, we don't feel valued. I think I've said it before.
Yeah, but this is another thing as well. The local authority who employ the social workers, do they value you? Because on the real right, yeah, because they just think. Because this is another thing as well. Like,
I'm gonna get controversial, but go on.
Right,
go on.
It's like they're getting rid of man like bread and butter. Right, it's like, yeah, see you later, on to the next one. See you later, on to the next one. Oh, yeah, don't worry, we'll replace her tomorrow. It's on to the next one. It's like there's no sense of there's no sense of value or entitlement.
Yeah, but you know what you just said? That's true. Many social workers feel they've been there for a long time and there's no progression. Or, you know, maybe managers keep them at a certain level, they can't progress. But if they go to another local authority elsewhere, they'll give them the progression that they want. And bruv, another thing, as well as that, relationship with your manager. There's lots of social workers, bruv.
Oh, I've been
hearing... bruv. Let me go on deep on this thing.
I've been hearing a lot about
bruv. Exactly. A lot of social workers, bruv, they ain't got a good relationship with their managers, you know. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've been blessed. I've had fantastic managers, you know. I'm like ratings to all my managers,
Yeah.
And my manager now, I've had fantastic managers.
It's an important thing.
Yeah, important thing. But bruv, not all social workers, they ain't got good managers, you know.
Why is that?
They ain't got good relationships.
Yeah, but why though?
Well, because I mean, what it is, bruv, it's like you're in a job whereby sometimes you and your managers disagree. But some managers, from what I've been told, are just very heavy-handed.
Yeah.
What I say goes, can't be challenged. Whereas, bruv, me...
I don't like that.
Yeah, whereas me, my kind of thing, bruv, like, as a team manager, what I think about me is that I'm very open. Because I'm a team manager, that don't mean I'm right about everything, you know?
Yeah.
It don't.
Yeah.
As a team manager, if you want to keep your staff in social work, you got to listen to your staff.
100%.
You got to listen to your staff. You have a duty to care for your staff. You are the team manager. You got to listen to your team. Without your team, you're not a team manager.
But that's another thing as well. So, example, one of my friends, social worker, and she must have said to me that her manager is giving her problems.
Yeah.
Now, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Yeah, this is a regular thing I keep hearing. Over the years.
No, bro. It's an issue. Let's just throw cards on the table. Yeah.
Is it ego?
Bro, do you know what it is? Yeah. This is me gonna be real. Yeah. Like when tell you what. So before I became a deputy, one thing that my team manager said to me, she said to me, Nana, you know what? When you become a manager, your first management role that I had, she goes, it will change you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I was always of the view that, okay, it's going to change me, but I want to make sure my personality remains intact.
100%.
I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
But I think what tends to happen, brother, is that I think some people, they progress up the chain and they just become a bit more ruthless or they forget about the pressures, you know. Whereas, bro, with me, when I was a deputy, I've always remained the same. I had to get a bit more militant, a little bit.
But you know what you said just now, there does seem to be a pressure on a social worker manager. So,
bruv, there's a lot of pressure on a social worker manager, particularly in this climate. There is. If I look at myself now, being a team manager right now in this climate, it's very pressurizing.
Why?
Because one, right now, so I talk about the team that I've got, cases are very, very high. Okay. Social workers I've come in, social workers have left. So I've got to rebuild my team.
Right, okay.
I have to take the team, my own, which I'm doing right now, my own philosophy, but I also got to make sure that I take care of my staff. So also, leadership was something that came up when social workers spoke about the fact that they said that sometimes, you know, I have issues with my manager. My manager's pushing me out of the job, and all sorts of things. So these are other things that why social work leave. It's not just about pay, but also like if you have a good manager in social work, that helps a lot. If you have a manager who listens, that helps a lot. And as I said before, as a team manager, it doesn't mean that I'm right about everything, because there might be something that I'm seeing that I could be wrong, and a social worker sees, and I'm like, you know what, I need to listen to you. Do you know what I mean? But that's another reason why, bruv.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to run any manager, but I'm just saying, this is what...
No, but it's reality.
It's reality, bruv. And if you're hearing that,
if
you're hearing that, because, bruv, it's like, the way I see it is, whether you're a social worker or your manager or not, the crisis is affecting everybody. You know, bruv, right now, sometimes I go out with social workers and do visits. Yeah. Because they need their manager to support them.
100%.
And it's important I'm available for them. And it's important if they say, Nana, you know what? I'm under a lot of pressure, you know. I'm not going to say to you, nah, your pressure's whack. I understand where you're coming from. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? But, bro, these are the things that are happening within social work. And I just think going forward, I want social workers right now in this climate, you need to speak.
Yeah.
I'm happy to speak, but you need to speak about the pressures that you're under.
Not every day is going to be caviar, you know?
It's not.
Some days it's going to be fish and
chips.
Not
every day is going to be caviar. But social workers, you need to talk in this climate because I know we're leaving. I know social workers are leaving. It's fact.
I think another thing as well, really be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes what it is, like just like in any job role, but especially social work, you've got to be honest with yourself. Can you manage this caseload?
Yeah, and can you
maintain it?
Yeah, exactly. What Robert said, and also if you've been in a role if you've been a social worker for so long, there's no shame in saying, you know what, I think I've done what I need to do in this profession, and I'm going. It's fine. You don't lose anything out of it if you go and say that. Because I've done it for nearly 10 years. And if I go and say, you know what, Rob, you know what? I think what I've done as a social worker,
and that would be understandable because you've done a certain amount of time.
I've done a certain amount of time. I think I'm fit. But bro, for me right now, I ain't finished yet.
Yeah, of course.
My career, trying to progress up. I've got different plans. I'm not finished yet.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying to you. So social worker, if you leave the profession, there's no shame in it. But as Rob said, if you feel, you know what, I can't manage this caseload, you have to be like, you know what, I can't. But bruv, the crisis is everywhere, bruv. And like I said, the main thing I've got to say to kind of wrap up is that I just think you have to pay social workers more money. Yeah, I'm sorry, no disrespect, but you have to pay social workers more money.
Listen,
we have to make social workers know that they are valued in society.
There's a trace rack today, you know?
Yeah, no.
Right, yeah?
And bruv, you know what?
Everyone strike him.
Well, and nurses are. But bruv,
teachers
I'm not saying
in 2 weeks' time.
But social workers don't strike.
Right, why is that?
Yeah.
Because they should be.
No, but you know what it is, bro? And people can disagree with me.
So, a quick question. I do apologise for cutting you. Are you guys joined to a union?
Yeah, I got a union.
Right. No, I'm talking about...
I would like to...
Social workers, do they generally...
generally have a union. But I'm saying to you, bro, social workers don't strike. I mean, when you think about it, imagine that. We're in a crisis right now.
So what's the union for then?
Well, the unions is like for like tribunals or pay stuff. Yeah, but the point we're making is that's the point. The point is, imagine that nurses strike, teachers strike. Yeah, social workers don't strike. But yet, and I'm going back. We're criticised left, right, and centre, but we don't strike. And you know why we don't strike, bro? Because, and people will disagree with me. Social workers feel, you know what? If we strike, what happens to our families?
They're going to get rid of you onto the next one.
No.
It's a business.
No, but Rob, imagine there's a day where every single social worker and manager strike.
Yeah.
What happens to those people on our caseload?
They suffer.
Huh?
They suffer.
There you go. Yeah. So as social workers, we don't strike because, bruv, that's in the back of our head.
Yeah, but then also you could be replaced tomorrow, bruv.
Of course we can.
Bruv, it's like clockwork.
No,
bruv, listen, you think I'm joking?
No, bruv, conveyor belt system.
But you know how this works, bruv, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
It's like, Claire wants to leave. Okay, see you later, Claire. Oh, Eric, welcome to the team.
But Rob, you think it's that easy to replace someone? Bruv, I know you're saying that. Do you think it's that easy to get a social worker in these days, bruv? It's not.
But it's a business as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. But, bruv, it's not easy because, bruv, if you get more social workers leaving, how are you going to ask social workers to come back in this climate, bruv?
Exactly.
You're going to ask the social workers to come back and say, look, okay, by the way, here's the job role for you. Unless you're paying them peas, there's a case of the 36 children waiting for you.
Yes, man.
You know what I'm saying, bruv?
Yeah. But, bruv.
Nah, bruv. Big episode, man.
And listen, on a real, like, you know, I always want to, like, sort of like end it on a positive note and everything. But it is important that you hear the real. It's not always
100%.
It's not always going to be pretty.
Nah, it's not, man.
It's not always going to be what you want to hear, right? Sometimes you have to like make them know that listen, it ain't pretty, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's not for the faint-hearted, you know.
100%.
Right? Like if you're not mentally strong and if you're not mentally prepared and emotionally strong, and if you don't ask questions, right? Yeah, and if like it's tough times right now, and you got to be strong through this tough time. But as Nana said, right? Yeah, if you're like, you know, just be prepared for the worst.
Exactly. And, bruv, I got a message here. They quickly changed the PM. So, listen, I had a message to Liz Truss.
No, she's gone.
She's gone, yeah?
She's gone.
But Sunak. So, I'm talking to you, brother. I'm actually talking to...
I think he's all right, you know?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. No, but I'm talking to him.
Yeah.
I'm talking to him directly. So, Sunak, I'm talking to you. Yeah? There's a crisis in social care. Yeah? So, like I said to Liz Truss, your predecessor, you need to reach out to me and him so we can talk. Yeah, I know you just come in, cool, but you need to actually reach out to me straight up. Yeah, I ain't playing with you.
Put some money into this thing.
Nah,
man.
you need to, because you got peas, bruv. You soon like you got money.
No, his wife's got peas.
He got peas, she got peas, they got peas, bro. Yeah, end of the day, you need to come and reach out to me and Rob, because the social work crisis in social care is an issue. And if every social worker said, you know what, I'm striking and walk out, what happens to the families? That's a message to you. Thank you, bro. Sorry, bro. Such a gone madness. Sorry, bro.
Anyway, people, you know what to do, right? Like, subscribe. Like, you know the thing already, right? Yeah. Man, yeah. All right, and we'll see you next week, right? Yeah.
Bless up.
Nice.
Bless up.